Hey everyone, M1 Shadow here. Today we're going to be discussing the 308 versus 30-06. A lot of people have compared these two rounds because they are very close in velocity. And a lot of people want to know which one is more accurate. Well, today I am actually going to give you a direct answer on that. And before I get going, I do want to say that both rounds are excellent. I'm not saying that one is bad or anything like that. No, both are great rounds, but when it comes down to it, there's a fact. One is clearly more accurate, and I'm going to go over that. Before I get going, I just want to mention, and this is not to toot my own horn, but so that you feel more confident when I'm telling you, I do have 30 years of shooting experience. Basically, I've been shooting firearms ever since I was a kid, as far back as I can remember. Also, I did compete in a couple NRA rifle matches, so I pretty much know what I'm talking about. So let's talk about our contenders. Let's start with the 30-06. 150 grain bullet will come out of the muzzle at 2,910 feet per second, give or take. The 308 will come out of the muzzle at 2,820 feet per second. There's about a 90 feet per second difference. The 30-06 is a little bit faster out of the muzzle. However, you're going to see that that has nothing to do with accuracy. I actually looked up some information from snipercountry.com and got some data. I guess they tracked some matches that were going on, apparently from the 60s, and they had shooters with the best shooters with the best match rifle 30-06 and then the best match rifle 308s, and the results show that there is a clear winner. At 200 yards, the 30-06 was grouping about 2 inches, whereas the 308 was grouping 3/4 of an inch. At 600 yards, the 30-06 was grouping 6 to 7 inches. The 308 was grouping only 2.5 inches. Where it gets really significant is at 1,000 yards, the 30-06 was grouping 16 inches. The 308's group was only 7 to 8 inches. So basically, in a nutshell, the 30-06 group was basically about that much. That's how far apart the bullets were going from each other at 1,000, where the 308, the group was only about that much. You know, significant difference. So hands down, the winner in accuracy is without a doubt a 308. Now, I'm not saying the 30-06 is bad by any means. Now, some of you were saying if the 30-06 has a slightly faster muzzle velocity, then how can it, what is the difference? The difference actually is that the 308 has a shorter but thicker case that promotes a more uniform push on the bullet due to higher loading density, which is less airspace, and a more easable, uniformly ignitable powder charge. Also, if you look at the facts, what do snipers use in the military? 308. You barely ever hear of the 30-06 being used anymore. Same thing with rifle matches, especially going out to 1,000 yards. Very commonly, you'll see guys using 308s. You'll very rarely hear anybody using the 30-06. Now, before any 30-06 groupies start attacking me, which I'm sure will happen, no offense to 30-06 guys, but I ran into a lot of them that they get all pissy if you try to, tell them this. The thing is, I'm not trying to rain on your parade. This is just facts, and, again, I'm not saying that 30-06 is bad. It's not. As a matter of fact, for hunting, it's good. I think you have a little bit more of availability. So from what I've seen, a bigger range variety of weight bullets with the 30-06. So, again, I'm not down talking it anyway. But today, it's all about accuracy. And again, hands down, the winner is the 308. You can't argue with facts, and these are facts. I want to thank you all for watching, and you have a good one.